Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Today I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather stress forecast for April 2nd, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com. We also maintain a patient weather storefront on Amazon. Amazon purchases made through our patient weather storefront support the activities of patient weather. Looking at the surface map for April 2nd, and it's very vigorous. Lots of activity going on across the northern portions of the country. Winter slamming into the Pacific Northwest. Summer flowing up the Mississippi Valley to the Great Lakes, and lots of unsettled weather there. Looking at the vitality index, that composite map showing where all the individual elements are that can impact human health, you can see that we're very, again, focused on the Pacific Northwest. We're focused on the Great Lakes. We do have another focus for unsettled weather here in the plains. And note that we have some lingering activity going on along the northeast, just east of the Appalachians. Looking at pressure change, and here we have a lot of activity going on again, rising pressure from Northern California across Washington, Oregon, and on up into Vancouver, and really for the vast majority of the state of Idaho, just touching the very, very western edge of Montana. We also have rising pressure stretching up the eastern seaboard from Maryland across Delaware, New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, New York City, and then on into Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and picking up almost all of Maine and extending on to the easternmost provinces of Canada. But falling pressure, significant area of falling pressure stretching all the way from Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, across northern Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and across all of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Wisconsin. Looking at temperature change, and this is again very interesting. Here is summer flirting up the plains and across into the Ohio Valley, but note that we have winter still trying to make a comeback here in the mountains, in the upper plains, and in the upper Mississippi Valley. Looking at dew point temperature change, again very much supportive with a lot of moisture flowing into the west, rather falling in the west, rising across the plain up in the Great Lakes. And note here in Texas, the heart of Texas, we have both rising vapor pressure, falling vapor pressure right together, and that in a sense will lead toward the instability. And note all of that vapor pressure here over the Great Lakes. Here again at the lifted index, or that measure of instability in the atmosphere, you can see we have that southwestern flow going all the way from Dallas, clear on across Oklahoma City, probably up into Kansas City, and that will be leading to a lot of unsettled weather, and it of course does expand on up into the Great Lakes. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, a very significant map today with the risk of migraine through the heart of California, south to north, really almost all of Nevada into Utah and into Wyoming, covering all of Oregon, Washington, Vancouver, and Vancouver Island, and up into the westernmost portions of Idaho and Wyoming. We also have a band or a risk of migraine through the heart of Texas up toward Dallas. We have another narrow band stretching across southern South Dakota into Iowa, and a significant risk of migraine up the Appalachians in the south from Georgia to the North Carolinas, and then picking up significantly in Maryland, New Jersey, New York City, and the coastal areas of all of New England. Note that we have a risk of asthma and arthritis in New Mexico, but more significantly here in Nebraska, up into the easternmost portions of Wyoming, and then significant across southern Iowa, northern Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, northern Indiana, northern Ohio, Michigan, and on up into Canada. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, tell us where you're located.